The University of Iowa Fieldhouse has served more functions than nearly any other structure on campus. During the Depression years, it provided cheap accommodations for around 100 students. These students weekly paid $1 to rent a cot and a locker on the third floor. In 1922, it functioned as a barracks for the Navy pre-flight training program during World War II. Its real function, however, has always been sports. The Fieldhouse was officially built in 1927. Dr. Paul E. Belting arrived at Iowa as athletic director and head of physical education. Belting began promoting the idea of a fieldhouse. On April 5, 1925, he issued a statement to the press that someday the University of Iowa would build the largest fieldhouse in the world, and he stayed true to his word. The fieldhouse project soon began after Belting's statement, and the speed with which the project developed was remarkable. The $300,000 cost for the largest fieldhouse in the world, including the gym and the world's largest swimming pool, seem incredible in today's inflated economy. The 1927 completed fieldhouse was 464 feet long and 430 feet wide, 60 feet tall, and it covered 3 acres. This design of the fieldhouse had a T-shaped structure, meaning it had 4 sections. The first section included a foyer, a lobby, a trophy room, and many offices. The second section housed the gymnasium, and the third section was home to the swimming pool. The fourth section included the fieldhouse area in between the gym and the pool. The fieldhouse was the first major building construction on the west side of campus, followed by the University of Iowa Hospital in 1928 and Kinnick Stadium in 1929. In the 1970s, the early stages of women's organized athletics lacked of ample playing space in Halsey Gymnasium and had created a need for women students to participate in the fieldhouse. Dewey B. Stu, Dean of Liberal Arts College at the time, expressed interest in making the university's facilities more useful for women. Stu said, "There is a feeling among women that, in the past, male students using the fieldhouse has acted as if the facility were theirs, as if the women were intruders." Assistant Professor of Women's PE, Bonnie Slatton, spoke about the woman's perspective of being packed in a small gymnasium. Slatton expressed her frustration, saying, "We've been saying all along that the women's gym is terribly antiquated and a new facility should be built." Stu's concerns stream from the Title IX of the Federal Education Amendments of 1972. Title IX prohibits discrimination in the use of facilities and in athletics. Stu wanted to make things more fair for women, and Slatton was pushing for him to do so. The university's 1974 to 1975 budget request to the Board of Regents included $600,000 for renovation of the fieldhouse and $75,000 for the women's gymnasium repairs. Women finally had gotten themselves space in the fieldhouse, and plans were discussed to expand the women's locker room. Iowa women's athletics has always been competitive, and women deserve the new gymnasium granted to them. Women's basketball fans remember Signe Hogjord. She played 102 games during her career at the University of Iowa without missing a single game. She scored 2,059 career points and held the all-time record for both men's and women's basketball for many years. These kinds of women athletes are among the many who inspired Stu to expand the fieldhouse. The fieldhouse continues to expand and has had many additions to get where it is today. The fieldhouse is now home to 10 basketball and volleyball courts, 5 badminton courts, 16 racquetball courts, 2 squash courts, a cycling studio, group exercise rooms, 6 multi-activity rooms, 10 volleyball courts, a swimming pool, 3 classrooms, locker rooms, saunas, and many more. The fieldhouse has been updated to a membership facility where people are required to have a recreational services membership or pay the daily walk-in fee in order to use the facility. The fieldhouse also houses many academic apartments, which include sports camps, health and human physiology, health and physical activity skills, and lifetime leisure skills. But most importantly, with big thanks to Dewey B. Stute and Bonnie Slatton, the current 2015 Fieldhouse is home to a men and women's gymnasium.